Hey, see if translation. Why are superconductors so important when information travels through electrical current? Because if you have a thought, you create a waste product, acid. So the body alkalizes it in order to do what? Reproduce healthy cells. So if you're using high-speed electrons, then it means that the reproduction of healthy cells is outnumbering the amount of dead cells. A dead cell battery, right? So we're keeping our batteries, our living batteries, recharged at a very high rate of speed, right? Okay, and that is extremely important, particularly now. So this is where you get into information wars, which are energy wars, which are frequency wars, which are experience wars. Wars over what we experience. You want to experience information that represent high-speed electrons and powering a ton of light? So you're experiencing, wow, molten voltage. You're off and running. Remember the track meet? Yeah. So as I was sharing with the gentleman who's to my left here, that I don't connect. Remember I talked about before, throwing the phone away. So I'll know my future self will tell me, throw this phone away. I don't need these communications. So I'm just going to go back out in nature, deeply embed myself around some big trees, or go back to the island of Kauai and see if Zuckerberg's still there. And if Zuckerberg is still there, help mobilize everybody on the island, because I used to live there, to bulldoze that place and return it to mineral soil and cleanse it. Okay? You know who Zuckerberg is, right? Another demon. Just another energy vampire. So anyway, I was listening to Dr. Steve Turley talked about conservative news, and Twitter apparently has lost $5 billion in market capitalization, right? So that's a big loss of energy, huh? So what this means is and then he said something about putting a little post up about Gab, which is an alternative app, which doesn't censor your information, okay? Which means it's not censoring your electrons. See, the way this sort of works, as I explained to a guy this morning that's in this building, okay, where all of your mind's energy is directed, okay, which means go right here, stop here, go there, do this, go right, go left, do this, okay? So in other words, that compartmentalization of rule-driven functions in order so that the mind's energy is kept in lower density electrical consciousness means that you're not free to imagine and create anything. So your mind's energy is held captive to the program, which is why they have so many retreads that come in and out of these homeless shelters and gospel missions, okay, like Carter's Got Pills. There isn't any healing that takes place in any of these places. Are you crazy? They just reinforce the same acidic state of mind programming. Create as much acid as you can, man. We keep feeding on your energy. And that's what they do. So that's why these become what are known as energy strong points, energy storage bins. Suck the energy out of this building and use it against us. So that's a war crime. That's a crime against humanity. Okay? You realize that, right? You realize gospel missions, okay, are run, okay, as a war crime unit. Okay? If you want to run a mission in which you're going to accept people that have been severely traumatized, then you need to have professional staff on duty that are healers and know the science, know energy medicine. Okay? A girl like Karen Ann Luke McDonald, my clan mother. Okay? People like that. That's what the Indians were here for. Peacekeepers, healers, and teachers. Okay? So Gab apparently is now getting 10,000 users per hour. That's a lot of folks that are done with Silicon Valley. That is really good news. That's a sign people are getting it. They don't want their mind's energy being held captive anymore. That's called freedom. The first paragraph in the Declaration of Independence. I want to be independent, autonomous. Well, that's easy to do when you're running high pH. Your cells will be happy. Your cells will be in an alkaline state, and boy, that energy feels good. I think that's what we'd all like to experience together. And that's a higher timeline, because that's how it works. Okay? So That's why I call it unplugging. Unplugging from their electronic data. Okay, I experience their data processing, or I experience their energy, which is not our energy. Okay, so that's the difference in consciousness. Streams. Streams of energy that we experience that produces us, and we get rid of it. Right? So anyway, I'll leave you with that for the day to think about, if you want to think about it. Have a great day.